Steve is on your side this morning with the hidden way companies get you to pay more for less. How often do you check the label on products you buy at the grocery store?
Yeah, so keep your eye on the net weight or the product count label. Manufacturers get pretty sneaky with the process called shrinkflation. Consumer investigator Steve Staeger talked to a consumer advocate who's been tracking the shrinking size of products for decades.
I've been tracking shrinking products probably since the 1960s.
Call it a lifelong obsession.
When I was a teenager, I remember my Mounds candy bar used to be 2 ounces and all of a sudden became 1 point something.
Consumer advocate Edgar Dworsky has spent his entire career doing something consumers don't do enough. Checking the label to see how much products have shrunk while manufacturers charge the same price. A phenomenon called shrinkflation.
It really is a sneaky way to pass on a price increase.
Through the years, Dworsky has seen some shrinkflation doozies.
Here's the history of Breyer's ice cream. Originally, ice cream, popular brands, had 64 ounces. They were half a gallon. Then we lost the cup and they went down to 56 ounces. And the current size is typically 48 ounces, losing another cup.
He says inflation makes shrinkflation more prevalent. On his website, consumerworld.org, Dworsky's tracking the shrinking size of everything from baby wipes. These Huggies somehow lost 64 wipes per box last year. To coffee, 3 ounces less in the new Folgers breakfast blend.
Isn't that the perfect scam when the victim doesn't know they've been taken?
He also tracks a phenomenon called skimpflation, where manufacturers use different ingredients for the same product. Take this carton of Blue Bunny, for example, which changed ingredients from milk and cream to skim milk and whey.
And it didn't even qualify under federal rules to be called ice cream anymore. It's now called frozen dairy dessert for many of their varieties.
So what can you do to be a better consumer? Pay attention.
They're following the rules, if you will, putting what's in the product on the ingredient statement, putting the net weight or net count on the front of the package. If we don't pay attention to that, shame on us.
So consumers can make a difference here. Consider the story of ConAgra's Smart Balance Margarine. Last year, they changed the ingredients to include less oil. It went from 64% to 39%. ConAgra got enough 1-star reviews that they changed the product back.
Okay.
So they are listening when you complain about things. But yeah, these are some of the products that he features on his website.
How small this is now.
I know. And did you see that stack of cartons he had from over the years?
Well, and I don't think we've ever realized before that, yeah, they did change that to frozen dairy dessert, no longer saying ice cream.
If you look at that on the website, it even mentions that. But yeah, you look at the ingredients that are the top line on here, you can't read this. I can guarantee you can't read this. Skim milk, buttermilk, dextrose. There is cream in here.
Well, this all makes sense. I went to the grocery store the other day, got a bag of Skinny Pop, opened it up, and it was halfway filled. And I was like, well, this is how they keep me skinny, I guess. I don't know.
What did you say?
Got to read the labels. That's the point.
Exactly. Look at the net weight. You can always find it at the bottom of the box anywhere. Just make sure you're getting what you're
So
what you're paying
sneaky.
for.
All right.
Steve, thank you.